2011. Facebook is still cool. Instagram is just a tiny little company. And I have just traveled from Norway to the University of Waterloo to study math. And there's no easy way to save and retrieve data in real time. Well, that is until James Tamplin and Andrew Lee came together to build something that would literally make the world a better place through offering a real-time database that allows developers to store and sync data across multiple clients. And that's exactly what they built with a little company called Firebase. See, the database of choice back then was SQL, Structured Query Language. Here's how it works. Organize all of your data in tables, like the users table, where each column saves a specific kind of data, a unique ID as an integer, usernames as strings, and of course, passwords. And every time someone tries to sign up to your app, a request is sent to the server from the client. Now, what is the client, you ask? Well, the client is you, using an iPhone app, or Chrome on your Windows machine, or Safari on your iPad. So let's say you're filling out a simple form with your username, email, password, date of birth, you know the drill. Now you, as the client, hand off your request to the waiter. The waiter then takes that request to the server. Now at this point, two things can happen. If it's a bad and spammy request, then the server is going to tell you to, you know what. But if it's a legit request from an actual human being wanting to sign up to your app, then the server will process your request and add a new row to the database, and then give you back a positive 200 response. At which point, the waiter packs up everything in a JSON packaging and hands it over to the delivery boy. And ding dong, your response is served. Then your app updates in your browser or on your phone and displays the latest data it got from the server, making you a very happy customer. This works so well that even today, this is the most popular way to save data in the world. Case in point, Scrimba uses PostgreSQL. But see, in 2011, the times were changing. After the release of the iPhone App Store in 2008, there was a need for something new. A simple-to-use, real-time database that would support the next generation of apps. And Firebase became that solution. And now, 13 years later, Firebase is now owned by Google. And in addition to offering the real-time database, it now also offers authentication for letting users sign up and log into your apps, cloud storage to let your users upload files like GIFs and videos, and hosting so that you can deploy your apps. And there's a lot more where that came from. Here's the Firebase real-time database, which is the focus for this section. You can see that the database has a database URL, which is what we'll be using to send and receive data to Firebase. You can also see that there is something here called leads inside of the database, which is what contains all of the URLs for our Leads Tracker app in string format. Let me run the app right now to show you how it looks inside of our project. So this is where you'd enter in a URL, then you press save, and then it comes up down here. Now, if I were to try this out now, this is not going to work. Why? Because I've changed the security rules so you can only read the data, but you cannot add, edit, or remove any of the data. The reason I've done this is because if I change this to true and let anyone write any data to my app, then the thousands and thousands of you taking this course would be able to spam my little app. And that would be a very bad thing. So security rules is what lets us define very specific rules so you can ensure that your apps are secure and not spammable. I will cover just a little bit of security rules in this section for those of you that are wanting to go above and beyond. So in the world of databases, you have two options. You can go for a good old SQL database, or you can go for something like Firebase, which is a NoSQL database. And it is my belief that if you're a beginner front-end developer just starting to learn JavaScript, then you should definitely go for Firebase and not an SQL-based database, which you can obviously learn about later. But for you, with a JavaScript background, NoSQL is going to make a lot more intuitive sense. Okay, that's all the technical jargon I had for you in this intro scrim. I hope you're not completely freaked out at this point. So just to remind you, the starting point of this section is of course where you left off with Pair in the last section, where you built this Leads Tracker Chrome extension, where the data was saved in local storage. We're going to take that code and transform it into this beautiful app that you can use on your phone. If you want to try it out, you can click here to open up the app in the default browser on your phone. And then you can add the website as a bookmark on your home screen. And then you'll see this pop up. And even though this thing is definitely not a mobile app, no one will be able to tell the difference. I promise. My name is Rafid Hoda, and I'll be your teacher for this section. If you already know me, then welcome back. It's good to see you again. And if you haven't seen me before, then click on me to watch a short video. I am so excited to start this journey with you. So if you're ready, let's do this.